we moved from marginal to competitive, and that 1% improvement was something that we discussed and agreed upon. If that's changed, please feel free to let me know. We can mitigate some of the risk within some of these numbers and change some of them around to make sure that you're comfortable with, as we go forward, where these numbers align to. But what I really want to do is turn it over to Randy to talk about how these numbers will really affect your business and improve bottom line gains and top line growth overall.
Thank you. So thanks again for taking all the time we have over the past couple of weeks and months to pull together this information. This is more of a validation based on what we've already really been working on and run through. But I want to make sure that I think it's extremely realistic, in fact, very conservative. And Warren, I know you and I specifically spent a lot of time working on this information, so really just looking for some validation from you and your team on the value of implementing our solution. First of all, DSO. It was 45 days. We're all confident on the same page we can get that to 35. That's real tangible savings and the amount of $55,000 to the organization. Accounts receivable, AR, we're going to, based on redundancy and getting you all on one single system, we're going to reduce one full headcount, $60,000, not insignificant. Finance costs, we're going to reduce your organization from 3% to 2%. That's very significant. And just to preface this is all based on your current revenue of $20 million annually, not the $100 million you want to be at every 3 years. But that's a single biggest savings of $200,000 annually. And cost of processing invoices, that's 12,000 invoices a year at $10 per invoice, based on implementing a single solution without having to move that across to QuickBooks and Great Plains. We're going to cut that in half, so that's another $60,000 you save. Finally, IT save. This is super simple. You're not going to have any integration requirements anymore. We're going to cut half of the headcount. We think that's probably more one full person, but that's $30,000. Getting off of Great Plains and QuickBooks, another $10,000 that's going to cost us. So that's real money, $415,000 annually. Do you all agree that that is a realistic number based on the work we've done?
Yeah, I think it looks realistic to me. We did this before, and I think it's not a crazy number, right? I think it seems that we can get half of this to get the type of savings. It's a good goal.
Awesome.
But the only thing I add to that as well is this is all based on $20 million. This isn't taking into $100 million, so that number is actually going to escalate.
So I think software vendors always claim that they're not a benefit, that's not a savings. Software vendors, it does. And I've implemented financial systems at 3 other companies, and never once have we actually realized that the sales guys put up on the slide when we're live with the software. Why are you guys to actually live up to what you're saying?
Well, I think that based on the fact we've been doing this for 18 years, and more importantly, the Suite Success model that we proposed, that's built on success. That's built on our most important customers and their success. That's what we're emulating and implementing as the baseline foundation of what we're going to.
So you've done Suite Success in the other dental business before?
Absolutely.
I thought
So, and I think that was a good point. I mean, I think this 415K is realistic, but even if we were to cut that in half, it brings us to our next slide, please. This is our super simple pricing, and we know it's a little bit above your budgeted number, but it's less than half of what you agreed we will realistically help you save. And you're going to realize that return on investment in your first 12 months of implementing NetSuite. In fact, you're going to be live after 100 days. So assuming we can get to $200,000, you're basically going to return the cost of the implementation and your initial 12 months of licensing inside of the first, basically the next year.
This is a per year, sort of recurring fee.
The only recurring fee is the $77,000 for the top. The implementation is a one-time fee.
how long will we, how many years is that 77,000 pricing for?
Okay. How long is that for? It's your initial 12 months. So, assuming you'll be renewing your agreement with NetSuite, will be increasing the cost marginally over the next 7 years of your being a customer.
So I've heard that it's coming to about you guys. How is that going to,
$10 billion.
how is that gonna change transportation, security, different costs? Am I gonna have to switch from this NetSuite product to the Oracle product at some point?
Mark Hurd has assured us it's only gonna make things better. They're gonna continue to support our product and make it better forever. Which leads me to, we've got a minute to knock this out, so I wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page with the pricing. And actually, I think you were gonna close it out. Jake. All right. Hey.
Thank you. I know if you were concerned about, these numbers and increasing prices, we have other options. And we've actually brought anybody that can make a decision with us. So if you need 3-year pricing or 5-year pricing, we're happy to do that for you. So again, I'm just bringing up our joint execution plan. I know you had a March 15th deadline, that you wanted to go up and running, but at this date, I think we both agree that's not doable, but we have a plan in place, and we brought our contracts to do this today and get you up and running by May 1st. So can I ask for the business, is there anything that's gonna stop you from doing that?
So we're gonna go through those options, right? We need to review those options.
So we can do that today.
Well, the DocuSign documents are actually in your inbox as we speak.
All right, yeah.